Good morning, children. How are you all today? Children, in the previous class we have studied about lithosphere and hydrosphere in detail. And now let us move on to the third natural realm. How many natural realms are there? 4, isn't it? What are they? Lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. And I told you very clearly that lithosphere gets formed only because of the interaction between the remaining 3 natural realms, the remaining 3 layers, that is hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. Because of the interaction between these realms, one is dependent upon the other. So let us move on to the next one after the lithosphere and hydrosphere, the third layer of the earth. As you all know that we breathe oxygen which is present in the air and we give out carbon dioxide. Do we all breathe oxygen or carbon dioxide? We breathe oxygen and we give out carbon dioxide, and without oxygen we cannot live. So we give out oxygen. Apart from the oxygen, there are many other things through which this atmosphere protects us for the life to be present on the earth. For example, this atmosphere consists of a layer called as ozone, which protects us from the harmful rays of the sun to reach us. So this atmosphere remains possessive for the life to be present on the earth. There are green plants that take in the carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere and they give the oxygen which the human beings take. Am I right? The plants take carbon dioxide and they release oxygen. Human beings take oxygen and they leave carbon dioxide. So these green plants take carbon dioxide and they also absorb the sunlight and water, and through a process called as photosynthesis they grow. And their growth leads to the growth of delicious fruits, the vegetables, grains, etc. And we consume those. Okay, and we get the required proteins, minerals, carbohydrates, fats, sugar, and through which we become very healthy and we live. So it is atmospheric winds that transports the water from the oceans onto the clouds, and it also brings rain. In the form of rain, again it brings the water back onto the continents. So it is the atmospheric wind which transports the water from oceans onto the continents. And apart from that, children, there also would not be able to, without these rainfall, we cannot able to lead a life, because the soils, the erosion of the soils or the rocks would have not taken place. Without the erosion of the rocks, the soils would have not formed. Without the soils, we would have not able to cultivate different kinds of crops. So rainfall is responsible for the erosion, and erosion is responsible, the rock erosion I am talking about. And these erosions are made possible for the soils to evolve, and without the soils, the agriculture would have been not that prosperous. So one is related with the other in the process of atmosphere, and we would not be able to enjoy the fragrance of the scent of the flowers, the fragrance of the flowers. We would have not enjoyed the cooling monsoon climate. These days it's the monsoon season which we are enjoying the rainfall, and even the sounds of the music of the wood, these all would have been not possible in the atmosphere without the layer. And we would not be able to fly in the beautiful skies like the kites, as there would be no wind, and birds would not have fly and roar without the wind, and flags would not flutter without the winds. So all these things are possible only in a layer called as atmosphere. So we are going to learn about this layer in detail today. And as I told you, atmos means gas, a gaseous sphere means layer. A layer which consists of gases is called as a atmosphere. So what kind of gases are present in this layer, we shall see. It's nothing but, atmosphere is a sea of gases. Atmosphere is nothing but, it is a sea of gases. And how, in a sense, we all are swimming in this sea. As the fishes are swimming in the ocean and in the sea, we all are also swimming in these sea of gases. And when we compare it with the size of the earth, very massive here. When we compare it with the size of the earth, atmosphere is a small blanket. So this is a layer. This is a layer which covers the earth, and this layer we call it as atmosphere. It's a small thin blanket. Okay, let us imagine, according to NASA, if the size of the earth is a basketball, then the cover, a small thin plastic cover which covers around the basketball is like a atmosphere. So being it's composed of many gases, the atmosphere exhibits all the properties of the gases. What are the properties of gases generally? It expands and it compresses and it has no shape. So all these properties are exhibited by this atmosphere also. Gas can be stuffed into more and more into a small space, like we put it into the cycle tube, isn't it? We stuff a lot of gas into the cycle tube. So in the same way, the compression of gases takes place in the atmosphere. If you look at the types of gases present in this atmosphere, it is oxygen and nitrogen, which are dominant gases, and 21% in the volume. Most of that is oxygen, 21% is present, and next one is nitrogen, which is nearly 78%, about 78%. And there are many other gases apart from these two, like argon, neon, and there are many, ozone. There are many other gases which are also present here, and even carbon dioxide is also present. So they account for less than 1%, less than 1. That is nothing but nearly 0.03% of volume. These argon, neon, carbon dioxide are present. Apart from that, methane, ammonia, and ozone are also present in this atmospheric layer. So water vapor, which accounts for about 0.4% in volume in the atmosphere, is also a gas, isn't it? Water vapor is also a gas. But what you see in the clouds is not the gas. Those are the droplets of water. Those are not gases. Okay, so the water vapor is also a gas which is present. And apart from these gases, children, the atmosphere also consists of fine dust particles, which we call them as particulates. And these particulates may come from natural process with the process of sandstorms, or sometimes swirling of the winds, and over the fire of the forest. These all particulates will reach into the atmosphere, and these particulates make the sky to look green in color, orange in color. It is because of the particulates which make the color of the sky to look in different colors. And these particulates also can change the atmospheric conditions sometime, and they may be beneficial for the life on the earth. And have you ever seen a beautiful orange sun, red sun, orange sun? These all happen because of the particulates which are present in the atmosphere. Coming to the structure of the atmosphere, children, as we have studied about the structure of the interior of the earth, there is a structure of the atmosphere present. Okay, and it is very difficult to study. It was because of the hot balloons and with the help of the satellites, the scientists have studied the structure of the atmosphere, and they had come to a conclusion that this atmosphere consists of two important layers. Okay, and they named one as homosphere and the other one is heterosphere. And this homosphere extends up to 90 kilometers, whereas this heterosphere extends up to 1000 kilometers. So about this structure of the atmosphere, how many types again homosphere is divided into, how many layers again this heterosphere is divided into. Homo means all the gases present in this region are common. Okay, the common gases. If it's a different types of gases are present, then it is called as heterogeneous. So depending upon the composition of the gases, the scientists have divided the layers into two. One is homosphere and the other one is heterosphere. And in the next class we shall see from earth surface for how many kilometers it is a homosphere, okay, and for how many kilometers it is heterosphere, and where the rains and other astronomical movements take place and how do they take place in these atmospheric conditions. Let us see in the next class, children. Till then, take care. Thank you.